Hey everybody, and welcome back to the next episode of this children's book illustration thing. Got Gimp open, got my illustration going right now, and it's probably going to be the last episode. We're going to do a little bit more and then call it good enough. First thing we're going to do, I'm not feeling the swoosh. I'm not feeling the swoosh, so I'm going to get rid of the swoosh. I don't know if you can... Oh, what's going on here? I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a fire station just blaring right now. I guess they got a fire, or maybe it's just a test, but don't worry about it, is what I'm trying to say. Don't you worry your head about that, because it doesn't matter. Let's make it size sensitive. So that, yeah, okay. So we're going to get rid of these swooshes. Not feeling the swooshes. It's an interesting idea that I might work on in the future, but for now, no. So this episode is going to be, once I get rid of these, these little swooshies, it's going to be focused on the lettering, which is really easy. I'll just show you how I do it, but it's quite easy. But I do want to do one thing before that, though. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah! Okay, so what I do want to do before I do anything is perhaps change the color of this background here, because I'm kind of losing our main character here in the background, to the background rather. So what I'm going to do is find the proper layer, get rid of this so I can see what I'm doing, get my little lasso tool so I can select exactly what I want to work on, and honestly, maybe I can work with the colors. So I'm going over here, colors, color balance. Let's see if I can change its color to not look like crap. But that doesn't look good. What's going on there? Why is that happening? Why is that doing that? All right, we're not going to do that. Color, hue, chroma. Okay, that's a little more promising. Lightness. Oh, okay. I see. I mean, she's covering up most of this with her head. So let's try that. Put her back on. See, I think that reads maybe a little better. So what that there's two green vats now. But for now, we'll go with it. Didn't I move that fly? Or is that where I left it? Alright, it doesn't matter. We're going to be doing... I don't need to use my stylus anymore, because I don't need it for what I'm going to be doing anymore. Or doing it for... It doesn't matter. I don't need it for what I'm going to do next. There you go. That's how you talk. That's how words work. So, whatever you want your background color to be, just pick that. I know you can't see the hue chart thing, but I got it there. You could see it changing here. That's just me working on the hue chart. So I've been working with a pale yellow for the lettering. So I'll just pick that. And grabbing my little thing and typing it all out. And so that's quite small. So the size is going to go up a little bit. Let's go 500 for size. See how that looks. That's fine. I need to make this the top layer is what I need to do. So okay, so I'm not going to be using... What happened? I'm not going to be using the actual lettering for the page, so I'm just going to use a little poem that you might know from a little poet I know of. known as Theodore Geisel. Sorry if the typing is loud. And no, that's not how it goes. Bear with the typing. That's that. So what I can do, what you can do on Gimp, I'm not sure about Photoshop or anything, but once you have the lettering, if you have the lettering tool selected and you right click, it opens up a little box and you can do a path from text. I know you can't see it, but path from text, that's what I pick. Select, you can't see that, but I'm going select from path. Since I did path from text, all of the the outline of the text is now selected. Now I can do select and grow now. And let's grow it by, let's say 5 pixels. Now I have an outline. If I do a new layer, and I pick black, which is what I've been going with. If you can hear what's going on outside, you probably think I live in a really bad neighborhood, because now there's a cop car blaring its siren. But we're just going to keep on going. We're just going to keep on trucking it through. So now that I have that, I can fill in the background. And now there's like a little bit of a... There's a little bit of a little background now, so it reads a little better. And now I can do my square select tool, and here's where I use my shortcuts. I'm going to merge these layers down so that the backgrounds and the background I just colored in is now the same layer as the text. I can no longer alter the text through the text tool because now it has been merged with the non-text background, but that's all right. Go and pick that, X, V, Control X, Control V, so now I have that and I can move it anywhere I want. Pick this one, X, V, make it all fun, move it around, make sure it's readable. I don't want everything to be all over the place. XV. So 1 fish, 2 fish. You know the rest of the poem, right? Red fish, blue fish. So the reason I left that, I don't need any more fish because I only really needed to type it once. But so, whoops, XV. So now I can put a fish here. And then V, put another fish here. And so what I wanted to do was be a little, make red and blue interesting, right? So starting a new text layer, this one's going to be red, and I'm going to type red, all right? Oops. Now I'm still in the tool. I'm going to right click, path from text. You can't see it, so I don't know how well this is translating. Select from path because I've done the path. Now it's outlined. Grow it by 5 pixels. New layer so that I don't paint over the lettering. Oh, I still have black or red selected, so I'm going to change my color to red or black. Layer, merge down. Now I can, oops. Select none. All right. Control X, Control V. Cut, paste, redfish. Now do the same for blue, right? Pick my color, make it blue. Type blue. That's how you spell. New layer. Oops, I forgot to do the path from text. That's okay, you just have to click it and it re-engages the whole text editing. Select from path. Black. Go on my new layer, which needs to be below blue so I don't paint over blue. Oh, I didn't grow it. So select grow, 5 pixels. Boom. Done. Layer, merge down. So that's that. It's really easy. Lettering's not, this is how I do lettering. It's not complicated. You can do whatever font you like, whatever size you like, but that's a quick rundown of it. What I do, we'll merge all the lettering is going to be put on the same layer. But what I do never won't be funny is I kind of like go around the characters a little bit so that it doesn't exactly, cover them up, because I worked hard. I worked hard to make these characters look okay. Maybe Bluefish will be over here. I worked hard to make these characters look okay, make them look nice. And remember, the page is going to be cut down right down the middle. So this is one page, this is another page. And something else you can do that I was thinking about that might be a little fun is Gimp has this page transform tool and a warp transform that I have not messed with that, but I have messed with the cage and I know kind of how it works. So what you can do is draw a little cage around your whatever you want to transform, and I'm going to use fish because I have an idea of something that might be a little fun. So I'll draw my cage around it. Just nice and simple little cage. There, that's my cage. And now you can transform... Oops. Maybe not. What's going on? Oh, no! Oh! Create or adjust cage, deform cage, fill the original. What's going on here? What have I done? This isn't working at all like I expected it to. I have no idea what's going on here. That's weird, isn't it? I was going to try to make fish in the shape of a fish, but instead... Alright, let's try a better cage. Here's what I'll do. I'll get right up nice, close, and personal. That's a little too personal. Right up personal. Right up close and personal. Okay, so here's where the mouth is going to be. Or the nose of the fish. Here's the top of its head. Back. Back. Skinny for the tail. Fin. Middle of fin. Bottom of fin. Skinny for the tail. Back. Or belly. Belly. Bottom jaw. Nose. Alright, let's see if this works any better. What's going on? Oh no! My brilliant plan. My brilliant plan. I was going to make it look like a fish. Well, when the program does work, you could like draw a little cage around it. Let me know if you know what's going on. And then change the shape of it, Make it look like something. But for some reason, it's just not working right now. Oops. Nope, that's not what I want. Maybe it's just too small. Or maybe I need to make it its own layer. Let me just troubleshoot. How's that? How's that work? Why isn't this working? It just goes to show. Just goes to show that even people who claim to know what they're doing might not necessarily know what they're doing. Okay. All right. What's going on? What if I do that to your face? I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna... So that's how I do the lettering, but I really want to see if I can show you how to do like the fish. How to do this type of... Oops. There we go. Alright, fish. 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 This, pieces of fish. You piece of fish. Why aren't you working right? Alright. Maybe the size is just a problem. Oh, no. I was going to compute that cage for forever. Okay, no, never mind. We're good. Oh, now it's working. Now, okay, so I don't know what the problem is, but this is essentially the same thing. Or I don't know what the problem was. But, This is what I was going to try to do. Kind of make a fish shape. I don't even know if I think depending on the resolution of the cage, uh, it'll make your piece look better. This is a really low poly. I don't know what you would consider these little nodes to be, but there's not a lot of them, so there can be only so much change that the thing can manage to do. So like that's that's the shape it made. But let's see what happens if I do like way more. It's going to take a lot more to compute. Let's see if my computer can even handle it. It'll probably also translate better if I was putting these right up next to the lettering, but I'm putting like a little gap, and I don't think that's good. Like, I think you would want it to be right next to the letters for maximum results. But uh-oh. Okay. For a second there, my computer was like, you can't do that. Okay, so higher poly stuff is better. I just wish I didn't have to wait forever for it to like render the transformation I'm putting it through. I wish I could just like turn it into the shape I wanted it to be and then like hit enter or something so that it started to calculate it for me. You know, like CG or something where like you do all the CG stuff. Actually, no, I think you can have like live updates for computer graphical renderings and stuff. So I guess I'm just being a little too picky. That H is getting wrecked, but the rest of it is just kind of doing its own thing. It's not really listening. But that H is getting pushed around real good. There's a fish shape. Yeah. I mean, really all it is just messing around with the programs you have at hand and learning all you can about them as much as you can. Seeing how they work and stuff. I'm sure some people, they're like crazy and they like go through all the filters and the like all the different tools you can use and know them by heart. I'm not that type of person. I don't even use shortcuts. That did kind of fail a little bit, but you can understand how you could use it to like kind of warp things. And it just made it look wobbly a little bit. But I don't know. Maybe if you're trying to do like lettering that looks like it was underwater, you know, it's got like that little distortion that water does on things. But anyways, let's get rid of that big failure. Hey, okay, something that's not so bad. But anyways, I mean this episode I didn't think was going to be too long, except for the part where the thing I tried to do didn't work. But everything else is fine. Like I do the type out and then I put a little background on it just so it's not just the straight color, right? It makes it a little more readable when you have this black background or whatever background would contrast with the rest of the image. Generally black is good for that, but if you have like if the background is black, then black wouldn't necessarily work so well. So you might want to use a brighter color, not necessarily gray, but some sort of, you know, it's up to you and what you think looks good, really. So, you know, just get your little programs and experiment on them and see what cool stuff you can get it to do for you. Like I said, I'm using this on Gimp, and it's a free program. You just look it up on your search engine. Just look up GIMP. I think it stands for like graphic image manipulation P. I'm not sure, but it's free. I'm not sure if it's open source, but you know, it's a good program and I use it for pretty much all my art. So, but yeah, that's going to conclude this little children's book adventure. hope maybe you learned something from it. If not, hope you actually you thought it was a little entertaining at least. And if not any of those things, then I apologize for wasting your time. But anyways, that's going to do it for this episode. If you like this episode, why don't you go ahead and hit the like button. That lets me know that you liked it. Imagine that. And also, if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this, why don't you go ahead and subscribe too? That'll make me feel really good about myself, you know, raise my self-esteem a little bit. But anyways, that's going to do it for this. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.